Alright, y'all. So, for the latest video, we're going to talk about the different restrictions that's going on in travel and then what countries are open, particularly within the Latin American realm, that one can travel to if they're looking to take a vacation and get away for a while. So, my previous video, I talked about how you can go about getting away, i.e. what websites you can check out. Also, how you will use those websites to maximize the amount of time that you would have away. So now I want to talk about the countries that's open and then restrictions that are out and about. Those restrictions do include, obviously, just like when you're out and about, you got to wear your mask. When you're going through the airports, when you're in the airplane, you have to have your mask on at all times. Also, a lot of airplanes, to include airlines such as Southwest, are doing implementing a process of social distancing, in which case if there's 3 seats, i.e. in a row, you'll have one person in the aisle seat and then one person in the window seat, but you'll have no one sitting in the middle seat. And this is, of course, due to the issues that have arisen due to COVID-19. Also, in addition to that, you want to make sure that you're at your airport early. If international travel, you want to be there at least 2 to 3 hours early in most cases, to make sure you got your tickets, your bags checked in, and so forth. Also, in addition to that, you want to make sure that you are also aware of your luggage. You want to make sure that you have everything that you need. You want to make sure you have all the documentation you need. So a good rule of thumb might be to take a COVID-19 test, just in case when you get to your new location, that if they need to know whether you had a COVID-19 test done recently, you can just show them your paperwork and you can be on your way. And that makes things a very smooth process. I've talked to some friends in the Dominican Republic that are vacationing there now. They just got that just in case. So you can have that tool in your toolbox, so to speak, i.e. in your wallet, and you'll be good to go with that. Now, a lot of the countries that are open within Latin America, it's not that many. Due to this whole pandemic, a lot of countries are being very cautious about letting international travel, and specifically from particular countries such as the U.S., which some people say there's a high number of people that have this COVID-19. So because of that, there's only a few countries that are allowing people in, and even with that, they're heavy on the restrictions. So to go down the list of those countries would include Mexico, Dominican Republic. That's literally it. There's not many countries that's open. There are some other Caribbean islands that are opening up, to include Jamaica. But a lot of countries are waiting until August and even beyond before they allow international tourism to resume. So you got to be aware of that. The good thing though, a perk is if you are bold and brave enough to travel, now a lot of the flights are at a cheaper rate. So they don't cost as much as what they have previously. I.e. the fact that a lot of flights during the summer months, they may be a little bit more expensive. They're not that expensive now. Also, lodging is a lot more affordable because you have less people traveling. So this is a good time to take advantage of the ability to travel in order to maximize your dollar, and then also to be in the country of your choice. So these are some things that you want to be aware of when you are traveling, particularly outside America and then going to Latin America. A lot of people I've talked to, once they touch down in the aforementioned 2 countries that are open, say that a lot of things are closed there. So the bars, there's a few bars is open. However, clubs are not open. So discotecas, cerratos, they are closed for the foreseeable future. And of course, with the ever-changing climate, things can tend to change at a moment's notice. So that's something to be mindful of when you go through the process of booking your flight and making the choice of whether you want to head south of the border. If you're in the United States, and if you're in Europe or other countries that are allowing international travel, you need to be mindful of that as well. And that is those are some of the things that you need to be mindful of. Also, I've heard via boots on the ground that a lot of places have curfews. So the DR, I heard they actually just implemented a curfew, or perhaps maybe will implement a curfew. Not set in stone yet, but I'm hearing conflicting reports. I don't want to say the exact times that I've heard, because it's again, this environment is ever changing due to COVID-19. And then there was actually just a new election with a new president elected in the DR. So that obviously will have some bearing on what happens with curfews, restrictions, et cetera, et cetera. I imagine Punta Cana would be a go-to spot, particularly for those that have couples. Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. This is a city in the far eastern side of the island, Hispaniola, in the country of Dominican Republic. There's a resort town, so it's very beautiful there. A lot of couples like going there. Out here, it's kind of like America in a lot of ways. So if you're open to that, actually specifically to leaning more towards Miami feel, but if you're open to that, that's a place you could go, and that probably won't be affected too much by the restrictions. Of course, countries are trying to make their money, and so while there will be restrictions, I'm pretty sure they're not pushing to close anytime soon. And again, this is all speculation. Much of this is speculation based off of my previous experience of traveling, word of mouth, talking to individuals that are there right now, and also just what I'm reading as well. Panama was supposed to be open on the 22nd of next week. However, it looks like they're probably going to close down, and this is unfortunate. But they won't. It doesn't look like they'll be open up till late August. But that is it sounds like that's going to be the directive of those that are in charge. But official statements are forthcoming, so most likely we'll hear about that early next week. And you have several other countries that are still closed for the foreseeable future. Colombia is a hot spot for people to go to. That looks like that's going to be closed till September. And, of course, various airlines have shut down that are stationed here, to include Avianca. So hopefully that opens back up sooner than later, but we shall see. Things that you need to be aware of, in addition to potential restrictions and then with the pack and so forth, is the fact that you have so many opportunities to support the locals. So even though it's right now, it's not too many countries that's open within Latin America or the Caribbeans, they're the ones that are open. They really could use a lot of support and a lot of business. So you have a lot of people are hurting. You talk about America, and the issues we have, but a lot of countries they're really struggling, especially if they're more on the developing side. So your tourism dollars, your ability to go down there, check the country out, that really helps support the people down there. So if you're on the fence about traveling, but you feel that health-wise you'll be fine, you're not an older adult, and you're okay with going down there, be mindful of the fact that your dollars will help support the economy. It'll help support those in less fortunate situations, especially in a developing country. That can be, a lifesaver. And orphanages. I'm hearing a lot of Haitians. They are not doing that well. They are living within the Dominican Republic, and then also in Haiti, of course. So a lot of family members from Haiti migrate to DR. So you supporting the local economy absolutely helps those that are in much more need than a person coming from a first world country like the United States of America, where the opportunities are here to improve your life, where they might not be as fruitful in some of the more developing countries like the Dominican Republic. So your support helps the local economy. It also helps the people, and this is a good thing. And also, in addition to that, you get to be around some lovely people. There's a lot of things been going on in a lot of more developing societies lately, especially with the things closing down. Going over to some of these more laid back feel countries, it can give you a new perspective on things, give you a different outlook on things, to see what's really important and what to be grateful for. And you get to learn about your fellow man, even if they look different than you or are a different nationality. They get to learn more about you, and then it's all love. So this finalizes my video for today. These are some of the restrictions you need to be aware of when you're traveling, and then also those the 2 countries that I mentioned. Actually, I mentioned 3. I mentioned Jamaica as well, but Dominican Republic, also Mexico, and there's several other islands in the Caribbean that have recently opened back up. But there's a lot of countries not opening back up to what I mentioned: Colombia, Panama, at least have not yet. Colombia, Panama, Costa Rica, etc. However, for the ones that are open, those are places you can go to. And then also your dollars and your tourism will help those that are in much more need than you would be. And that's a good thing. And then also you'll have a lot of fun. Believe me, I'll co-sign it. I've been in DR, I've been in Mexico. Amazing time, amazing people, amazing food, amazing culture. Go check it out. Till next time.